Welcome to today's lesson on reaching an agreement in business. In the world of business, success often depends on more than just a good idea. It's about finding common ground, building trust, and crafting win-win solutions. In this session, you'll learn key phrases, smart negotiation tips, and practical strategies to help you communicate clearly and confidently when it's time to seal the deal. Let's dive in and discover how to turn conversations into agreements that work for everyone. Now it's time for the listening practice. Mr. Fisher and his partners are financing a housing project. During the last few weeks, they have been negotiating the contract. Now he is meeting with a lawyer, Mr. Clark, in order to finalize the agreement. Listen to the dialogue and say whether the following statements are true or false. Pay attention to the language for moving negotiations along.
Nice to see you again, Mr. Fisher. I hope all is well.
Yes, thank you for asking.
Fortunately, I was able to speak to my client yesterday, and he is happy with the agreement so far. Is there anything that we still need to discuss?
Well, there is. Afterwards, I spoke to my partners, and we came to the conclusion that we really don't want to include fitted kitchens and garden sheds in the entire project after all. If about half of the houses have them, that's enough. We think it's just money we don't need to spend.
Oh, I'm sure we can find a solution here. I have no doubt that my client will be open to considering this last-minute change. Let me just call him. Yes. Thank you so much. My pleasure. I'll call you back later then. Bye. I had hoped to be able to come to an agreement with my client, and fortunately I have. If we sign the contract today, he is willing to add in the price of the kitchens and the garden sheds in the purchase price. It is an extremely good offer. Would you like to discuss it with your partners first?
Yes, just give me a moment. I need to send them a text message because they're in a meeting themselves. Done.
Would you like some coffee?
Yes, please. It's unfortunate that my partners are unable to be here today, but, oh, that was quick. Here's the answer. Well, we are willing to work with that.
Excellent. I am very pleased.
It's a deal, then.
Okay, so, let's have coffee and then...
Let's check the suggested answers. Let's move to the speaking practice. Answer the following questions by choosing expressions from the useful languages in the previous exercise. Complete the sentences with the content from the listening practice. Let's check the suggested answers. Let's move to the next listening practice. Mr. Fisher discusses the details with Mr. Clark. Listen and answer the following questions. Pay attention to useful language to bring negotiations to a head.
The discussion continues.
Right. Now, let's get back to business and bring this negotiation to a head.
Yes, let's. I must say, all in all, we've covered a lot of ground in the past 2 weeks, haven't we?
Yes, we certainly have.
Well, do you think that we'll be able to take possession of the houses within 8 months?
I can assure you that my client is true to his word, and you will be able to start work on the project by the agreed date.
Brilliant. But can we make a note of that in the contract?
Let's approach this another way, then. So far, we have established that for the sum of $2.5 million, the properties in the Holland Drive development include in the purchase price a fitted kitchen and a garden shed per house. In addition, the handover date we've agreed to is the 1st of June. Finally, the contract is to be drawn up today and signed by both parties early this evening. This should cover all the details.
Just to make sure, let me repeat if I may.
Sure.
$2.5 million, kitchens and garden sheds included, and the date of handover is the 1st of June, right?
Yes, absolutely right. Let's draft the contract based on these points for signature later today. I suggest we meet again at around 4:30 p.m. to continue. Does that suit you?
Yes, it does. I'll see you in a couple of hours then.
Great. I'll have all the papers ready, and then we can...
Let's check the suggested answers. Let's move to the next speaking practice. Look at the following statements. Which category do they belong in? A, B, or C? Let's check the suggested answers. Let's move to the next listening practice. It is 4:30 p.m. and Mr. Clark and Mr. Fisher meet again in order to sign the contract as discussed that morning. Listen to their conversation. Then fill in the gaps with the words from the box. Also, put the phrases you hear which are used to express deadlines and close discussions in the table below.
Thank you for your patience today, Mr. Fisher. I really appreciate it.
No problem, Mr. Clark. We both know that this was necessary. Have you drawn up the contract?
Yes. Would you like to go through it once more?
No, not really. I only want to look at the changes we've discussed today, and then I'll sign the document. Oh, has your client signed it already?
Yes, and if you turn to the last page, his signature is right there.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Okay, give me a moment, please. Right, yes, I'm happy with that.
Congratulations, Mr. Fisher. This contract signifies the successful conclusion of a lot of hard work over the past couple of weeks.
Well, it does, doesn't it? My partners and I are very pleased as well. So what happens now?
When we have finalized the contract, we will submit it to the relevant authorities.
I know this may sound a bit impatient, but we would be grateful if you could implement this by the end of the week.
Mr. Fisher, I guarantee you that you will be hearing from us by Thursday at the very latest. I hope that meets with your approval.
Of course. Then we can guarantee access to the project site any time we like, can't we?
Yes, you can. In fact, you can go next Monday. Well, it has been a pleasure.
Yes, it has. I also speak for my partners when I say thank you for having us.
So, what is the plan for this evening, then? Will you...
Let's check the suggested answers. Let's move to the next speaking practice. Make 5 sentences expressing deadlines with the words below. Let's check the suggested answers. Let's move to the next speaking practice. Look at the negotiation scenarios. Choose one of the scenarios and close the negotiation. Let's check the suggested answers. Let's move to the next speaking practice. A sportwear supplier and a sportwear retailer have been negotiating the supply of running equipment. Today they want to finalize the agreement. Great work today. You've explored key strategies and expressions for reaching an agreement in business, from finding common ground to using clear, persuasive language. Remember, every successful agreement is built on respect, active listening, and the confidence to express your ideas. Keep practicing these phrases and techniques, and you'll be ready to turn discussions into deals with ease. Thanks for joining this lesson, and keep communicating with purpose and professionalism.